34. Some news we're following this morning. Maryland has a budget issue on its hands. The state is currently facing a projected $1.5 billion deficit in fiscal year 2027. Some leaders are warning that trend could continue based on current federal policies.
Jacqueline Quinn joins us now in studio this morning with a preview of some of the challenges that Governor Wes Moore faces as he gets ready to defend his economic policy in a State of the Budget briefing later on today. Jacqueline, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So the State of the Economy discussion will begin this afternoon at 2:30, and we're already looking ahead because, well, 2026 technically looks okay right now. The revenue matches the spending. However, the cash cushion picture starts to change as spending grows faster than revenue, and that stress test really comes in 2027. So the state is projecting this deficit for 2027, $1.5 billion, that is, nearly $4 billion by the end of the decade. A big piece of the problem is that the revenue just simply isn't going to keep up. Now, personal income tax revenue, that looks like it's something that's going to increase, but these other categories underperform. Meanwhile, corporate income tax revenues, also another area of concern where they're going to be performing below the estimates. And when it came to cannabis revenue, that underperformed, or that's projected to underperform for the fiscal year. It's also projected the federal One Big Beautiful Bill Act will reduce Maryland's general fund revenue in fiscal 2026 and fiscal 2027. At the same time, it's also estimated that Maryland has lost more federal jobs than any other state. Democratic lawmakers say the Trump administration cuts have put Maryland in a different fiscal environment.
We're dealing with a president who has gutted the Maryland federal workforce and the nation's federal workforce, really affecting our state more than anywhere else. And so we're going to have real conversations as we head back into Annapolis about unemployment insurance, about SNAP benefits, which we just had this conversation a couple months ago in the House of Delegates.
Now, Republicans also argue the problems are closer to home, citing the high cost of the overhauling of the state's education system. So today, Governor Moore is expected to lay out his plan to stabilize the state's finances while pushing forward on growth in infrastructure and innovation, as well as workforce development and government modernization. We're also paying close attention to see if he talks about Maryland's effort to keep the FBI headquarters and the Greenbelt, which is another key factor in protecting federal jobs. Back to you.
Said it, people care about their jobs and they care about if that deficit impacts their own wallet. Keep us updated, Jackie. Thank you.